Hey, what's going on, everybody? Keep here, and welcome to another What If. This What If is going to be something that I thought of extremely hard. This is what if Deku was a thief? So, before this starts, I would like to get the few things out of the way. Well, more like one thing. If this video gets 10 likes by the end of the month, I will continue it through the end. But, with that out of the way, let's get straight into it. Now, with the introduction to quirks, most of the big gangs have been taken down, except for one who actually grew because of quirks. Let's call them the Chainsin Gang. Now, a bunch of years have passed, and Izuku is 4 at this time. His quirk is activated, but he doesn't know it yet. Two people of the Chainsin gang, both male. One of them had the black suit on, and the other had a brown suit on. The guy in the black suit had a status quirk that told him basically told him what quirks people had. And the guy in the brown suit had say crazy quirk. It basically allows him to make whoever he touches with all 5 of his fingers go incredibly crazy. Well, not incredibly crazy, just in complete control under his command. Now, the guy in the black suit told the guy in the brown suit, "Hey, see that kid? The brown suit man goes, "Yeah, so?" Black suit guy goes, he has an extremely powerful quirk. We could use someone like that." Brown suit goes, "What's his quirk?" And black suit goes, "It's called blackout. It's called blockout. He can make barriers that are blocked out from the rest of the world. Only he is able to see those barriers. Yes. He's also the only one to move or shift them." Brown suit goes, "He does. It does. It is a powerful quirk. And I think I got the perfect plan to recruit him." It's nighttime. Izuku and Inko are awakened to the sound of the smoke alarm. They go in the living room and they see Hisashi Midoriya burning the place down. Not under his control, of course, but he's still burning it down. In fact, some of the fire actually got to Inko. 4-year-old Izuku sat there laying on the ground to his dying mother. Hisashi finally gained consciousness again. Realizing what he has done, he quickly tries to go for Izuku. But out of fear, Izuku pulls out his right hand and accidentally creates a barrier around his head. Hisashi's head. The body drops to the ground, but the barrier with Hisashi's head stays. Freaked by this, he ran off. He got as far as he could, went to an alleyway and started crying. He didn't mean to kill him. And at this point, he was very upset with his quirk. But then, the boss of the Chainsin gang found found Izuku saying that it was his fault. Izuku is saying this. But the Chainsin gang boss, the Chainsin boss is saying, "No, kid, it's not your fault. Your quirk just activated. You didn't know any better. Come with me. I can show you how to use your quirk in ways people only dream of." And Izuku accepts and joins the gang. After that has happened, the building is still on fire. Snipe is in the middle of it. He sees it, goes to the flames, and sees the decapitated person and a dying woman. He runs to the dying woman, but instantly gets his head bashed by the invisible barrier. Now, this of course cracks the invisible barrier because, well, it's not fully he hasn't been training it yet. Now, Snipe is fascinated by the invisible barrier he just thrashed into. But he also has to deal with do with Inko. And Inko sees Snipe, and her last words were, "Make sure my son is safe." Curious, he checks the room. He checks the entire house. But he doesn't see anybody. He assumes that the fire already got him. Six years later, and Izuku has made a pretty good name of himself. Everyone calling him Green Blur. Mainly because he wears a green skin-tight outfit. And when he steals from you, you don't know it until it's already done. And all that is left of the crime scene that he leaves is a bit of his green hair. Of course, a couple of heroes decide to put an end to the Chain Gang's reign. And Izuku has done pretty good training with his quirk. Right now his barriers can survive an hour of Kendo Rappa's constant punching. A full hour. So, as I was saying, Kamui Woods, Midnight, and Snipe bust in, then take down the boss of the Chainsaw Gang, and quickly round up the kids. They were about to get Izuku. They were running towards him. But they were instantly knocked back by an invisible force field. Invisible barrier. Anyways, Izuku smiled, and then ran out to his room and headed out the window. So, he then ran as fast as he could. Now, Kamui Woods at Midnight are a little distraught by this. But Snipe is knocking on the invisible barrier. He then says, "It's that kid. He's that girl's mom. He's that girl's son." Why did I say mom? I don't know. Anyways, the police come and they arrest everyone. Snipe looks up at the sky. And starts walking away. Comedy and Woods gets curious. He goes, "Hey, Snipe, where you going?" Snipe said, "Remember that kid that got away?" And Kamui said, yeah. We tried to get him, but he put an invisible barrier in front of us. It's kind of weird. But I guess that's how he was able to steal all those things. Oops. Snipe then said, 6 years ago, I made a promise, to a dying lady, to protect her son. And after some thought, I'm pretty sure that kid was her son. And Wood said, "Well, what are you gonna do?" Snipe said, I'm gonna have to keep following him. Bring him to justice eventually. And most importantly, make sure that he's safe. Just like his mom wanted. Snipes then heads off. Now 4 years have passed. And Bakugou decides to take a shortcut from his house. Shortcut to his house. But then, boom, sludge villain. When the sludge villain tries to get Bakugou, but Izuku shows up, engulfs the sludge villain in a barrier. Puts his hands on the barrier, and slowly pushes them together. This causes the barrier to shrink. Izuku said, "Better get out of here, kid. I don't think you're gonna like what happens next." Bakugou ran to try to get a pro hero. And Izuku held the tiny orb barrier of with the sludge villain and said, "I know just where to put you." But unfortunately, that's where I'm going to leave it off right now. So, thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked it, boom, slap that like button across the face. Catch you next one, guys. Laters.